Yeah, hi everyone. Good morning. I'm Vijit Singh, organizing secretary of this workshop, and I heartily welcome you all to today's Masters MATLAB Workshop 2024. So now I would like you to welcome Dr. Sanjay Singh, convener of this workshop and the founder president of Association Indian Physicists also.
Yeah, thank
So
you. Ravi.
yeah,
Very good morning, everyone. I'm Dr. Sanjay Kumar Singh, convener of this workshop and founder president of Association of Indian Physicists, that is AIP. It is pleasure to welcome you all to our hands-on workshop, Mastering MATLAB 2024, organized by the Janardan Singh Foundation in collaboration with the Association of Indian Physicists. We are thrilled to have such an enthusiastic group of participants here today. Firstly, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to the patron-in-chief, Professor Dr. Rajeshwar Singh sir, founder president of Janardan Singh Foundation, for their continuous support and guidance in organizing this event. I am excited about the opportunities this workshop presents for all of us to learn, grow, and connect. MATLAB is a powerful tool widely used in science and engineering for data analysis, visualization, and numerical computation. Whether you are a student, researcher, or professional, mastering MATLAB can significantly enhance your ability to solve complex problems and make informed decisions. So, today's workshop is designed to provide you with a comprehensive understanding of MATLAB from the basics to more advanced topics. Our esteemed guest speaker, Dr. Amod Kumar sir, will guide us through this journey. Dr. Kumar has a wealth of experience as a research scientist at the Central Scientific Instruments Organization (CSIO) in Chandigarh. His contribution to process control, environmental monitoring, biomedical engineering, and prosthetic have been invaluable, and we are honored to have him share his knowledge with us. We will start with an introduction to MATLAB, covering constants, uh, variables, expressions, and different operators. Dr. Kumar will then explore into built-in functions and matrix operations, which are fundamental to using MATLAB effectively. We will explore how to create 2D and 3D plots, enabling you to visualize data in meaningful way. So there will be interactive sessions where you can ask questions and engage directly with Dr. Kumar, making the learning experience even more enriching. So we believe in the power of practical hands-on training and learning throughout the day. You will have plenty of opportunity to practice what you learn and apply to real-world problems. I encourage you to take full advantage of this workshop, ask questions, participate actively. I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to Dr. Amod Kumar for his invaluable contributions and to all of you for being here. Let's make this workshop a memorable and productive experience for everyone. So thank you all. Now I would like to invite uh, Engineer Rajat Singh for further process. Over to you, Rajat.
So, uh, thank you very much, Dr. Saab. I
Yeah,
think I'm audible. Uh,
yeah,
can you hear me?
yeah,
yes,
you are
Dr.
audible.
Amod.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Thanks to all the organizers, sir, and all the participants. Very good morning from my side.
Yeah,
And today's topic,
yeah,
as you know, is uh, basics or overview of MATLAB, whatever you want to say. So this is hands-on training basically on MATLAB, and
yeah,
we will already Dr. Saab has told you what will be covered today. Uh, so all the basics and graphics and control statements, whatever we can do, we will try to do today. There are 4 sessions, as you.
Yeah. Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you, Amod,
Yeah.
sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, we will do that. And also, participants, there's one more. There's a welcoming note that that has welcoming note that our chairperson, Dr. Rajeshwar Singh, will like to present the remarks. So over to you, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the hands-on workshop that is Mastering MATLAB 2024, and it is organized by Janardan Singh Foundation as in association with the Association of Indian Physicists. The main aim of this workshop is to offer an unique platform for academic enthusiasts, students, PhD scholars, and faculty members. This will give opportunity to explore the capabilities of MATLAB. MATLAB, generally we say matrix laboratory. It's a powerful tool, programming platform. It is used by engineers and scientists for numerical computing, data analysis, and algo developments. Also for model creations. Dr. Amod sir, he is a master of this and he has worked on to this one for a long period. I know since 90s. He has been my gurus and I'm sure he is going to bring a lot of change in the future by imparting such type of workshop and delivering the sharing the experiences he has onto the MATLAB. This event is not just about learning. You shall you will gain the tools and knowledge of tackling the complex challenges and contribute meaningfully to scientific research and technological advancement. I am grateful for the collaboration with the Association of Indian Physicists. Together, we are empowering the next generation of physicists to push boundaries and drive innovations. As we begin with this workshop, I encourage you to embrace the opportunity with enthusiasm. The skill and knowledge you acquire will enhance your academic and research capabilities. Together, let us push the boundaries of scientific and technological innovations. Thank you all, and may this workshop be a resounding success. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Dr. Singh, for your blessing and your appreciation. Now, I would like to invite Dr. Sanjay Singh, to chair this session and introduce our speaker, uh, our Amut Kumar, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Rajat, for giving this opportunity. I would like to introduce today's speaker, Dr. Amar Kumar sir, who did his bachelor's in electrical and electronics engineering from Birla Institute of Technology and Science, Pilani, Rajasthan, and master's in electronics from Punjab University, Chandigarh, PhD in biomedical signature testing from IIT Delhi. He served as Central Scientific Instrument Organization's Chandigarh, Constituent Laboratory of Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, New Delhi, India, as a research scientist for more than 39 years. So during this period, he was involved in the research and development of different instruments in the area of process control, environmental monitoring, biomedical engineering, and prosthetics. So after superannuation from CSIO, he worked as professor, electronic and communication engineering, department, National Institute of Technical Teachers Training and Research, Chandigarh, for about 5 years till September 2023. His area of includes digital signal processing, image processing, natural language processing, and soft computing. So this is brief introduction of Dr. Amod Kumar sir. He is very humble and nice person. He is always available for helping other people. So we welcome you, Dr. Amod Kumar sir. Over to Amod sir.
Uh, Thank you, Dr. Sanjay. So, shall we start now formally?
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sure, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Thanks a lot. So, let me share my screen. Uh, So is it visible, Doctor? Is the presentation visible?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So, okay, so as is the topic today, that it's an overview of MATLAB, and first of all, let me tell you some basic things, and then we will go to hands-on training. So, MATLAB is a high-level language, and it is used for basically numerical computation. That's the main application of MATLAB. Now, what is the main feature of MATLAB? It makes it different from others, that you will find it very interactive. Very interactive, in fact. All whatever, if you suppose give a command and something wrong happens with that command, immediately you come to know that this has gone wrong. Okay. If suppose there is a command which needs a constant or a variable value, whatever, so immediately it will indicate, and of course you can give that input right on your screen. So it's very interactive. Then there are so many functions in MATLAB which can solve most of the problems of linear algebra, statistics, Fourier series, Fourier transform, filtering, digital filtering, optimization techniques, numerical integration, numerical differentiation, and solving of differential equations. Not only this, I mean, you can evaluate polynomials, what not, you can do graphics. There is built-in graphics in this, 2D and 3D plots you can draw. So all those things you will see today. And then MATLAB can also be integrated with other high-level languages such as C, Java, .NET, and Microsoft Excel. So, I mean, a very versatile language. It's an ocean, in fact. Okay, and you have to bring the whatever you call the pearl, no, moti jisko bolte hain, you call it moti or pearl. You have to search for that, which so many commands, and which can do everything. Only thing is searching of the best command for your application. Okay, so that's the idea. So that's why you need to study MATLAB in depth, so that you come to know most of the commands. They should be at your fingertips. So let us start with what MATLAB has in it. Just like any other high-level language, it will have constants, certain constants, variables, and mathematical expressions. That means some expression A equal to B square plus 2C and something like that. So those expressions will be made up of constants and variables. Then there are many data types which MATLAB can handle. So many data types, no other language, no other high-level language in the world, I'm claiming it, no other high-level language in the world can have so many data types as MATLAB has. It's not only integers or real numbers or complex numbers. I'll just show you how many data types it can handle. Okay, that slide will come. Then it can do basically, Dr. Rajeshwar told you that it is MATLAB is matrix laboratory. So that means basically this language is based on the manipulation of matrices. Every calculation which is done in MATLAB, it is through matrices. Okay, so that means you have to learn the basics. You should know the basics of matrix. That is the only required thing, that you should know how to add two matrices or subtract. After that, MATLAB will do it for you. Okay, matrix inverse also, determinant calculation, everything about matrices that is available in MATLAB. Then input output statement, that means how do you give constant and variables into the program, and how do you take the output on the screen or on the printer, whatever. Okay, so input output statements will are the interface between MATLAB and the user. Then, as I told you, that two-dimensional and three-dimensional graphics, you can draw any type of graph, bar chart, and so many things we will be drawing it. Control flow statements are those statements, if statement, loop statement, do while type of a statement, do certain things till a condition is true. All those statements are called control statements. They are there in every language. So MATLAB also has it. And in many ways, MATLAB resembles C. C is a very standard high-level language. So MATLAB has been made uh, just like C, very interactive. And then there are programs and functions in MATLAB. That means you can write down a particular program which gets repeated again and again. Suppose you are calculating the factorial of something. You are calculating the factorial of a number at one point of time. And after some time, let us say you need the factorial of other number. So you need not write the program of factorial again and again. You write it once, only once you have to write it, and you can call that program whenever you need it. Only thing you have to feed the number whose factorial you need. So therefore, those programs are called function programs. So they can also be written in MATLAB. So now MATLAB MATLAB is a language, and it is meant to solve the problems of different fields of electronics and non-electronics also, mathematics, that means in general. Digital signal processing problems can be solved with MATLAB. Image processing, okay. Then wavelet toolbox is there. So many functions related to wavelet can be carried out using MATLAB. Neural network, you must have heard, artificial neural networks. Fuzzy logic, that is another part of artificial intelligence. Control toolbox, control systems you might have done. Okay. Time response, frequency response, Bode plot, everything. Okay. So that you can solve with the help of MATLAB. You can simulate with the help of MATLAB, and so many things are there. You cannot count on your fingers how many fields it can cover. Communication, I have not listed like here. Okay, so many communication related commands are there in MATLAB. So you can solve anything. For example, in DSP, they go to the digital signal processing. You can do Fourier series of a waveform, the periodic waveform. You can find out the Fourier transform, okay, jet transform. Then you can design. You must have heard FIR and IIR filters, finite impulse response and infinite impulse response filters. Okay, and so many things. You can do countless. So we come to MATLAB now. Basically, see, MATLAB screen. If you open MATLAB, first of all, you have to purchase MATLAB. If you want to work on MATLAB, you have to purchase MATLAB. You cannot download it from a free source. It's not freely available, let me tell you. So don't think that something will be available from the internet. No, nothing will be available. You have to purchase it, or else, which is unofficial, all of you know that pirated versions are available from different sources. Okay, they are much cheaper, or might be that somebody gives you the pirated CD of MATLAB, and you can download it for free. But in that case also, let me tell you that all the functions of MATLAB will not work with pirated software. Only the original MATLAB will make it possible to carry out whatever function it has, whatever libraries it has. Access to those libraries you can do only with the help of original MATLAB. So I suggest that if you want to work on MATLAB, get hold of the original version. Of course, for your personal use, you can use pirated, but I'll not suggest, officially it is not advisable. So when you open MATLAB screen, I'll just now, okay, let me share the MATLAB screen, but let me tell you the names of the different parts of the this thing screen, what you can have on the screen. First of all, most important of them is the command window. This is written here with green color. This is command window in which you will write the commands, right? And they will be executed whenever you press enter, you press enter key. So whatever command you have written, that will be executed, right? So this is most important. Then next in importance will come, probably, I mean, all others are important. I cannot say that this is more important than this. But this editor window on the left, top left, you can see editor oblique debugger. This will allow you to write the function subprograms, which I told you that I gave you an example of factorial, that the program which you need again and again, that you can write in the editor window. And also, command window will allow you to enter one command at a time, one command at a time. So as soon as you write the command, next line you cannot write straight away here in command window, because as soon as you press enter, that command will be executed. So more than one command is not possible to enter by hand. Manually, you cannot enter. In case of editor window, you can write as many commands as you write, because this is a complete program. So that means many commands can be written, complete program can be written in the editor window, and then it can be run. You can execute the whole program at once. Then next is the workspace. Workspace is a space on the screen. This is a part of the memory. That means in which all your variables, you will come to know about variables. I'll tell you what variables are. All the variables which you are using in your program, they all will be listed here in the workspace browser, which is written here. So all the variables, their size, what is their value, that will be written here in the workspace. So you at once you come to know that which variables are active and what is there in the program. That is okay. So when we come to the program, you will know the importance of this workspace. Then another thing is command history. Command history tells you which all commands you have run by now. So last 2000 or 3000, 5000 commands, there is a setting by which you can select how many previous commands are visible to you. They remain in the memory, command history sort of memory. Every part you can understand as a memory. Every part is a part of the memory of the computer. So in the command history, certain commands, as I said, 2000, 3000, and so whatever commands you select, they will reside in that memory. And at any point of time, you can bring that command in front of you. You can copy that command and you can paste it in the command window. I mean, there are two ways to enter a command in the command window. One is that you feed the command manually every time. Okay, you feed the command manually. Another thing is, if you have fed a command manually earlier, then next time you don't have to feed the command manually. Rather than that, go to the command history, and from there you can copy the command and you can paste it in the command window. And after that, as soon as you will press enter, that command will be executed. Right? So command history will tell you the previous commands. Then another thing is figure window. So whenever there is a graphic sort of command in which you are drawing a figure, you are asking MATLAB to draw a figure for you, so that will appear in the figure window. So figure window will not be visible to you right in the beginning. The figure window becomes visible to you only when your graphics command is executed. Then it will be created automatically by MATLAB. Okay. So this is not a permanent part of the screen, but it will appear as and when needed. Right? You can ask me anything. Okay. Whenever you are in doubt, please don't wait till the end. You can ask me then and there, because otherwise, no, you will not understand what I am saying further. So next is a help browser in which you can, anytime, whenever you are in doubt, so you can call for help, and this help window will open for you, so that you can see what is the right syntax of that command, what are the inputs needed for that command, all those things you can, and the description also, what a command does for you, all those things you can see from the help window. So this is the MATLAB screen in total. So now let me go to the MATLAB. I'll make it visible. I'll stop with the PowerPoint. I'll just wait. Just a minute. This was and what I will do is I'll open MATLAB. So I think this screen is clear. It is visible.
Yes,
And
sir. Yes, sir.
yeah. So this is the MATLAB window, and you can go to layout. This there is you can see the menu items here, as they are available in all the softwares. That new window, etc. Open, all these things are, as and when we come, we will see the application of all these menu items. But here you can see my cursor, that it is pointing at layout? This is a layout here. Okay. And as soon as you click it, this is the drop down menu. And there is here it is written show. So all these things, command, these things, workspace, and all these things, command history, that you can enable or disable on your screen. So this is simple setting. There is nothing great to tell about this. Every software user knows these things. I'll tell you about MATLAB now. See, first of all, if you are writing something in the command window, then you need not bother about anything till that point. If you want to learn individual commands, only command window is what is needed. However, if you want to save some programs, this is the editor window. Now I am enabled. I think this blue color ribbon will tell you where I am. So this blue color ribbon is in fact in, can you see this editor is written here? Editor. So this is the editor window. In the command window, when I make it this thing, then command window, you can see the blue ribbon, and this is written command window. So when I come to command history on the right, so these are the commands which have been entered previously. And there are so many commands. You can see the commands. All these commands have been given so far. So, okay. And then on the left, you can see the workspace. Now the workspace is enabled at present. And there is no variable which is present in the workspace. The workspace is empty. Nothing is there. And you will see as soon whenever I enter something, the workspace will start telling me that these all variables are there in the program. Now above you can see there is a window which I did not tell you earlier, but here you can see current folder. Can you see the current folder? The blue one, blue ribbon, and here I can go to, there are different folders. There are different folders, subdirectories, that means, which are present. So you can delete any directory, you can create any directory anytime. Idea is that whatever program you write in the editor window, right? That program can be saved in any of the folders which you have created here. Either they are already existing or you have created, and from the top here, can you see this here? Now with blue color, you must be able to see that I am in the directory. This is C. Can you see this C? C means C drive, and then there is an arrow, and then there is a drop down menu. So C, I am, let us say, in this subdirectory now, and then further I can, I think there is no problem. You can go to any directory. So all these things are available. If suppose you want to go to previous one, then you can go to previous one. Suppose you want to do this thing, there is a subfold, there is a variable rough, and this is the variable rough which is present here. Okay, so I mean your current path in the tree of directories, that will be shown here by this, where you are, in which directory you are working. Okay, that means that is called the current directory. So that current directory you have to select, you have to create it. Okay, you go to C drive, make a folder there, and in that folder you can make another folder. Like for example, I can go to, again I'm telling you that there is a C directory, and after that I can create any folder in this directory, and then I can go to that directory. I can save my file into that directory. Okay, so those folders and subfolders, they are all they can be saved in any directory I want. So okay, so that is another thing. So let me start with the command window, and before that, let me tell you what all character set, what character set is allowed by MATLAB. Okay, so like any other high level language, MATLAB allows all the alphabets, whether they are capital or whether they are small case, that all those letters MATLAB will allow. That means capital A to capital Z and small a to small z. These are the letters which MATLAB understands. Okay, so this is alphabets. Numerals. If you come to numerals, 0 to 9, these are the numerals which are allowed by MATLAB. All the numerals 0 to 9. So I'll just tell you, just a minute. I think I'll tell you here. So although, just a minute. Just a minute. I'll tell you with the help of this. So what I said is that capital A to capital Z, these are allowed. Small a to small z, these are allowed. That is regarding alphabets. Then the numerals 0 to 9. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Then special characters, almost all special characters are allowed by MATLAB. That means whatever at the rate or hash or dollar, percentage, bracket, all the brackets, this parentheses, we call them parentheses. Then we call them square brackets. These are the square brackets. Okay. Then curly bracket, braces. That means what do you call them? Brace, no? So these braces. Then all the this thing, semicolon, colon. Okay. So these are allowed. So you will see that there is no problem regarding these. So these are the special characters which MATLAB allows. And then the space bar, that means space bar also sends a character. Whenever you press a space bar on your keyboard, then a character goes into the computer, and we call it blank character. So blank is denoted by this. There is a scan code for that also. Whenever you press it, you must be knowing that whenever you press a key on your keyboard, then a 8-bit number goes into the computer. 1 byte goes into the computer consisting of zeros and ones. So with respect to blank this space bar also, there is a character which enters into the computer, which goes into the computer. Symbolically, we write it as a B and then slash. That is called blank. And then similarly, when you enter, when you press enter on your keyboard, then a new line and line feed character, I mean, they go into the computer. So that means your cursor will come onto the first left of the next line, left position of the next line. Okay, and similarly there is a tab also. Okay, which is denoted by /t. You must be seeing the tab on your this thing keyboard. So whenever you press tab, there is a character, there is 1 byte scan code which goes into the computer. So that also MATLAB allows. So these are the things which are allowed by MATLAB. Okay. Next is, you must be wondering what are the data types which I talked. What data types MATLAB allows? So see, of course, you know that numeric data type MATLAB always, I mean, whatever calculation is to be done, that is to be done on numbers. So that means numerals constitute the data type. We call it numeric data type. So that is the most important data type. Second is that MATLAB can work with characters. Okay, MATLAB can work with characters, A, B, C, D like. So your name, etc., can be entered directly. And I mean, whenever you want to delete a particular character from a word, or you want to add a character, you want to join 2 words, that all can be done with MATLAB. So this data type is called character data type. And then a logical data type is there. Logical means those commands whose result will be yes or no. Okay, electronics people call it 1 or 0. Whenever something is true, then we say that it is 1, and whenever something is false, normally, that is the positive logic. So whenever something is false, it is denoted by 0 by electronics people. So those are called logical. Suppose, for example, A less than B. So if I have defined the value of A and also the value of B, both are there with me. So if I write this command A less than or A less than B, then naturally its answer will be either true or false. Okay, so that means MATLAB will show an answer by writing 1 or 0. 1 it will write when this expression is logical expression. It is called logical expression. When this logical expression is true, suppose A has got a value 2 and B has got a value 4, then naturally 2 is less than 4. So therefore MATLAB will give an answer 1. And if suppose this is 4 and this is 2, then MATLAB will give an answer for this A less than B. MATLAB will give an answer 0. So that is called logical data type. Okay. And then there are data types which are not very much used, but still which is there in C language also. Structure. You know what is structure? Structure means, suppose you have a combination of different data. That means, let's say there is a record for every employee in an organization. Suppose we want to create a record corresponding to every employee of the organization. Then I will assign him an ID number, which may be a numeral. Okay, suppose 21 is the ID number of that person. He might be having his date of birth. That may also be numeral. But his name, that will be character. Okay, like my name. Okay, so my name is Amod Kumar. So that is a character type of variable. So and so on. Pay slip, pay, suppose salary of the employee. So some of the things may be character, some of the things may be numeral, and also some of the things may be logical. Suppose I write the gender of the person. Then for if somebody is male, then I can write 1. If somebody is female, I can write 0. So that means sort of logical type of character I can define. Logical type of variable I can have for the gender. So what I mean to say is that whenever there is a data field, which is a combination of many types of data, then it is called a structure. So here it is numeral also, character also, logical also. So we call it. So such type of processing is done for every field. You see, naturally in this case, the ID number will be dealt differently, date of birth differently, gender. If you want to find out this thing, this will be processed in a different manner. My name will be processed in a different manner. So that means structure has got many fields. Structure is comprising of many fields, and you can do computation on every field. So that type of thing is called structure. So I mean, you generally this comes when the programming is sufficiently advanced, not in the beginning. But I wanted to tell you what it is. Then you have the function here. Okay, so there is another type of structure which is called cell. In case of this, there is cell. This is quite advanced. Okay, then so what I mean is there are many type of data fields which are present. Now out of these data fields, basically at present, in the beginning, you need not do everything. Okay, you get hold of one thing, you be master of one, and then you take the next. That is my advice. And to start with, because we have to do computation, we have to do calculations, I'll say that you concentrate only on numeric types. Okay, only on numeric types. I'll tell you something about characters. Logical will also come. This will also come in plenty. Okay, in abundance, in calculations, logical type of processing will also come, right? But mainly it will be numeric. Now,
Ahmed,
any question?
همون فون نیو نه نه زیبا stipple six to sonam.
Is there any question?
phone Andre çeşnas mas?
I have muted the Ghulam Mustafa.
Acha.
Okay.
I thought there was a question.
No, it wasn't.
Okay. So fine. So, okay. So what I was saying is, again, let me tell. So I was here that numeric type of data we will be dealing in the beginning. Now, when we come to numeric type of data, what type of you can have, what type of numerals you can have. Okay. Now, see, either we will be having, you must be knowing what is a bit? Let me introduce you, if those of you who do not know, that there is a something called bit. Electronics people know about it, but others may not be knowing. Bit means, because without that you cannot proceed. So bit means that either, like see, in decimal we have numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. We have these numbers up to 9. And any larger number is made up of a combination of these digits. Suppose this is the number 39, it is made up of 3 and 9. And you can say that it is 3 into 10 plus 9. Right? So this is 39. Now, why did you have digits from 0 to 9? Basically, what was the reason? How did you learn it? That these numbers are there. You learned them because your teacher, your parents, everybody, when you were a child, then everybody told you that these are the digits 0, 1, 2, 3. And why did they tell you? Because the human beings, okay, the man, in the ancient days, he had 10 fingers, that you know. So therefore, because we have 10 fingers, 5 in each hand, we learned 0, 1. We used to count with the help of fingers only. At that time, there was no pen and paper. So therefore, the human beings, the mankind, used to count with the help of fingers. So therefore, we learned 10 digits, 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. But suppose somebody says, why this? Why can't you write a number in terms of only 0 and 1? I can write any number with the help of 0 and 1. Okay? Suppose, okay, you write 16. You write, this is your number, let us say 16. And then you write your the 16 to be this. This is your 16. Okay? So I can write this 16 in terms of ones and zeros. Only thing is, I must know a rule by which I can convert this decimal number into this. This is, whenever you write something in terms of ones and zeros, this is called binary notation. This is called binary notation, right? Just like it is called decimal. Decimal means something related to 10. That is called decimal. Similarly, binary is something related to 2. So because there are only 2 digits, 0 and 1 in binary system, so we call them, we call it a binary system because there are only 2 things, 0 and 1. These 0 and 1, first of all, they are called bits. They are called bits, right? And just like any combination of digits makes a larger number, similarly, any combination of bits makes a larger binary number. Okay, so therefore, this 10110, this is a larger binary number. Of course, we do not understand this number because we have been made, our brain has been conditioned to count with the help of 0 to now 9. We understand only from 0 to 9. So therefore, we do not understand what it means, 10110. But it means something. This is a number, binary number, which can be, for our understanding, it can be converted into decimal. So that is a separate issue, that we can convert it into decimal. This is just like you have a number 39 and I broke it in terms of 3 into 10 plus 9. So that means, what I mean to say is that every digit in a number has got a positional weight. The positional weight of this is 10 raised to the power 0. The positional weight of this fellow is 10 raised to the power 1. So what we did, 3 into 10 raised to the power 1 plus 9 into 10 raised to the power 0. So this was 3 into 10 raised to the power 1 plus 9 into 10 raised to the power 0, which means 30 plus 9. Okay, 10 raised to the power 0 is 1. Anything raised to power 0 in this world is 1. So therefore, 30 plus 9 is 39, right? So that way we can find out how large a number is. Similar is the case here. If suppose you have a binary number 10110, then every position has got its weight, and starting from this is called least significant bit, least significant bit. This is called most significant bit, right? LSB means least significant bit. MSB means most significant bit. Okay. So the weight of the least significant bit is 2 raised to power 0. The next positional weight is 2 raised to the power 1. The next is 2 raised to the power 2. And the next is so on. 2 raised to power 3. And this is 2 raised to power 4. If there are more bits on the left, then they will be having correspondingly higher weight. So therefore, finally this number is 2 raised to the power 4 into 1 plus 2 raised to the power 3 into 0 plus 2 raised to the power 2 into 1 plus 2 raised to the power 1 into 1 plus 2 raised to the power 0 into 0. Are you getting me what I'm saying? Starting from MSB, we have noted down their weights, and this is the bit which we are having 1 or 0. So that means we multiply the positional weight by that bit, just like we did in the decimal system. So therefore, 2 raised to power 4 was the weight of this, and bit is 1. So therefore, 2 raised to power 4 into 1. Next is the bit is 0. Positional weight is 2 raised to power 3. So 2 raised to power 3 into 0, and so on and so on. So therefore, this number will be having this value 2 raised to power 4. 2 raised to power 4 means 16. So 16 plus 2 raised to power 3, no point, because multiplied by 0 will be 0. There is no point. 2 raised to power 2 means 4. 2 raised to power 1 means 2. And again, this is 0. So there is no point. So that means 16 plus 4 plus 2. That means 22. So this particular number is 22 of decimal system. So whenever I write something at the end, that means I am writing the system. It's a decimal system. So 22. Whenever I write, let us say 110, because 10110, not necessarily that it's a binary number only. Somebody can say it is 10,110. So it may be a decimal number. So if it is a decimal number, then of course it means 10,110. But if I say 10110 is a binary number, then it means what I told you, that it is nothing but 22 of decimal. So I think you know the difference now, and also you know what is a bit. Bit means 1 or 0. Okay. So what I wanted to say is that our computers, generally they work either with 8-bit numbers. This is a 5-bit number. 10110 is a 5-bit number. 8-bit number, let us say 101101110. Let us say this is a number. This is an 8-bit number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 bits. Okay. So I think you understand what is an 8-bit number. 8-bit number, 8 bits are called a byte also. So this is 1 byte. This is 1 byte. B-Y-T-E, byte. Okay. 8 bits is called, combination of 8 bits is called a byte. So computers, whenever they store some number in their memory, okay, so they store that number either in terms of 8 bits, any number, or if the number is with 8 bits, maximum number you can have is 1111111. This is the maximum binary number, highest binary number which you can have in 8 bits. And if you convert it into decimal, just like I told you by writing the weight, the weight of this fellow is 2 raised to power 7, this fellow is 2 raised to power 6, this is 2 raised to the power 5, and so on, so on. And then you multiply and add. So this number 1111111, this will be 255 in decimal. 255 in decimal, right? So that's the maximum number which can be accommodated in 8 bits. Whenever the computer needs to make calculations with larger numbers, then it represents those numbers in 16 bits. Are you understanding? That whenever a number is larger than 8 bit and it is to be manipulated by the computer, it is to be stored or some calculation is to be done, then that calculation will be done by representing that number in 16 bits. So that means all the numbers which are more than 255 decimal and which are 16 bits. In 16 bits, you can have maximum number as 65535, right? This is the maximum number, which that means all the bits are ones. 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. These are 16 bits. So weight of this is 2 raised to the power 15, and the least is 2 raised to the power 0. And as I told you, you make the calculations. You will be converting this number into decimal. So that decimal number will come as 65535. So this is the highest decimal number which can be accommodated in 16 bits. So computers do not work with decimal numbers. They work with binary numbers. First of all, you have to understand it. Secondly, that numbers will always be either 8-bit numbers, or they will be 16-bit numbers or 32-bit numbers. If more than suppose 16-bit is to be dealt with, then that will be represented in 32 bits. More than that, 64 bits. So starting from 8 bits, then you will have 16 bits, then you will have 32 bits, okay, then 64 bits. So it may be more, but MATLAB works with either 8-bit or 16 or 32 up to 64. MATLAB works with numbers, binary numbers, which are 64 bits long. Up to that it can do. Right? First of all, this was required to be told. Then there are two types of numbers. Either the number will be positive or number will be negative. Suppose plus 50, or it can be minus 50. Always there are two types of numbers. So the positive numbers, they are called unsigned numbers. Unsigned. Are you getting me? All positive numbers are called unsigned numbers. And all negative numbers are called signed numbers. Right? Okay. I mean, I'm telling you something which is practical. Of course, you will argue, you must be knowing that plus 50, that is also a signed number with a plus sign. But minus 50 is not an unsigned number. It is definitely a signed number. So negative numbers are always signed. Positive numbers may be unsigned or signed. But whenever we say in MATLAB unsigned number, that means it is a positive number. That's it. And whenever we say that it's a signed, it's a negative. Take it like that. Rule of thumb. Don't go into technicalities. What is a signed number? What is unsigned number? I'm telling you what is practically done in MATLAB. So for carrying out calculations with positive numbers, okay, MATLAB MATLAB can work with 8-bit positive numbers, 16-bit positive numbers, 32-bit, 64-bit positive numbers. Okay, so that means if they are integers, now there are basically, let me tell you another thing also. One more thing. There are 3 types of numbers. Actually, one thing is connected with others. So therefore, these basics, sometimes their sequence may not be right, but everything I will tell you. Okay. So whenever there is a number, either it can be an integer number. Integer, whole numbers are called integer numbers. Okay, which do not have any fraction part. Then there can be a real number. Okay. Real numbers means the numbers which have got a decimal point, 32.50, suppose. So this is a real number. Whereas on suppose I write 28, this is an integer number. And whenever you have a real part and an imaginary part, then that is called complex number 2 plus 3j or 2 plus 3i. This I is called imaginary operator, and this I or j, both are allowed. They are having the value under root of -1. Okay, I or j, which you write in the complex number along with the imaginary part. This is called the real part. This is called real part, and this 3 is called imaginary part. This is called imaginary part. This 3 and 2 plus 3j is called the complex number. Okay. So therefore, this is the situation. So there are 3 types of numbers: integer, real, and complex. So MATLAB can work with all type of numbers, first of all. Secondly, one thing which I want to tell you, that unsigned numbers and both signed numbers in each case can be dealt. So for integers, for integers, let me tell you first about integers, how they are dealt by MATLAB. So integers are either it can be 8-bit or it can be 16 or it can be 32 or it can be 64, as I told you earlier. For unsigned integers, the MATLAB has the data type this: unsigned integer 8. So this is the command uint8 is the command in MATLAB which will convert any number into unsigned integer 8-bit. That means up to 255 plus 255. It is unsigned means plus, and maximum 8-bit means maximum 255. So if any number is below plus 255, that is fine. And if any number is greater than 255, you want to convert it into something which is less than 255 for some purpose, that will come for some purpose, then you have to use this command uint8. First command I am telling you. Okay. Similarly, any number can be converted into 16-bit number by uint16, and similarly uint32 and uint64 similarly. So that you will not need, of course, such large numbers. Okay. So that is unsigned number. For the processing of signed numbers, it has got int8 or int16 or int32. These commands int64 similarly. Okay. So these are for positive numbers. These are for negative numbers. So this is regarding integers. Okay. And then similarly, real numbers can be dealt. Real numbers, real numbers. Now I don't want to take you to too much mathematics, too much nitty-gritty. But real numbers, there are two precision. I mean, precision means the bits which are reserved in memory to represent a number. Precision means here the number of bits which MATLAB reserves in the computer memory to represent that real number. So either a real number can be represented in a total of 32 bits in the computer, or it can be accommodated in 64 bits. Whenever a real number is represented by 32 bits, it is called single precision. And whenever it is taking 64 bits to represent the number, then it is called double precision. Double precision. Now, MATLAB has this double precision as the default, as its default. Default means all the real numbers which are coming into the program, they will be getting stored as 64-bit numbers. In this 64-bit number, some part will be the fraction part, some part will be the mantissa part. You know, there are two parts. In fact, whenever it's a real number, then real number. Okay, one thing, MATLAB represents, you know, the real numbers as floating point numbers. There are two type of real numbers: fixed point and floating time. Fixed and floating. So a fixed type of real number means, let us say if I write 32.5, this is a fixed real number. Okay, but if I write, let us say 0.325 into 10 raised to the power 2, I can write 32.5 as 0.325 into 10 raised to the power 2. Can I not write it? I can write it. This is called floating point representation of the number. In that case, this part is called mantissa. This is called mantissa. And this 2 is called exponent. This 2 is called exponent. So, out of 64 bits, MATLAB will assign certain bits, number of bits for mantissa, and certain number of bits for the exponent. And because the number can be positive or negative, so one bit will be reserved for the sign bit. So you need not go into that. Okay, just basic, this thing is sufficient. Basic knowledge of this thing is sufficient. And after that, you can work with numbers. Okay. So now I will tell you. We will start with some hands-on. And as the things progress, I'll tell you more and more things. So let us say, suppose,
sir. Sorry to interrupt you, sir.
right, sir, you can.
सर 2 मिनट बाद हम ब्रेक ले लें।
ओके, ले लेते हैं सर, ले लेते हैं। कोई जब आप कहेंगे तब हम ले लेंगे। 2 मिनट बाद ले लेंगे सर। आप कहो तो जब आप इंडिकेट कर देना सर मुझे।
जी सर, थैंक यू सर।
हाँ, तो आप बता देना कि ब्रेक, तो मैं समझ जाऊंगा। तब तक मैं चलाता रहता हूँ सर।
जी सर।
ओके, so now I am in command window of MATLAB, and let me say, let's suppose I am defining a variable. Variable means something whose value keeps on changing. I can assign anything to that. See, constants, you know, constant pi. Suppose pi is a constant, yeah. 3.14159, whatever you know about pi. Okay, E means 2.71. Okay, you know that. So there are certain constants in mathematics. This is not a MATLAB thing. Constants and variables, this is general terms. Okay, so whenever something is constant, then it is, suppose I write pi, so and I enter, I have written pi and I enter, so 3.1416, that has come. This was a constant. But suppose there is a variable, and variables are assigned some name. You call a variable by a name. Like I am being called as Amod. Okay, I am being called by my name Amod. Similarly, every variable is assigned a name, generally an alphanumeric name. That means a name consisting of alphabets and numerals. Generally numerals are less, alphabets are more in the name of a variable. But suppose and you can assign anything. There is MATLAB allows up to many alphabets. So suppose I assign x equal to, let's say I write something. Okay. Whatever. You can write anything here. Suppose x equal to this 890 point something, right? Okay. Now I enter. Just watch it. How many decimal digits are there? After decimal, there are 5 digits. Okay. So watch those 5 digits. And they will be in front of you, of course, for some time. Okay, na? So sometime is when I roll the screen, then it will go further. Otherwise, they will be in front of you. So x equal to 890.47637. When I pressed enter, so x has what comes? X equal to 890.4764. Right? Now you must be wondering that there were 5 digits after decimal. There were 5 digits after decimal. Now only 4 digits are remaining. This is what MATLAB does. It represents any real number in after decimal only 4 bits, 4 digits. After decimal only 4 digits, not more than that. So it will round off that number. So 37 has been rounded off to 40, sort of 40 or whatever. Okay. So it got converted into 0.4764 because this 7 was more than 5. So this 3 got converted into 4. So first of all, just see that MATLAB, what MATLAB does. Okay. Now basically some commands I will write here. If you want to clear the screen, and any time, I can increase or decrease the size slightly. So all the variables can be deleted. So now come to, let me tell you this thing. In the workspace, just watch the workspace. There are 2 things. One is ANS. ANS is a variable which is a default variable of MATLAB. If you do not assign any name to the variable, then MATLAB will assign the name ANS. That means answer. When we wrote pi here, we did not assign any variable to this value. Pi was a number and no variable was assigned equal to pi. So therefore, MATLAB assigned it a variable named ANS. And it said that ANS is equal to this 3.14. Had you assigned, suppose I write C equal to pi, then C will be a variable which will be assigned pi. Now, in this case, when I write C equal to pi, so C is equal to 3.1416. So when you do not assign anything, then MATLAB does it for you by default, and the default variable is ANS. So there is only one variable. So this ANS is not a constant thing. Whatever value whenever you don't, suppose you write E is undefined. See, this is what the beauty is. There is no number called E. There is nothing called by the name E. So it said undefined function or variable E. That this is wrong. There is nothing E. Okay. So that means anything which is not defined. Suppose I write EPS. EPS is a defined constant in MATLAB. It's a constant, just like pi. EPS is a constant. Epsilon. It is called epsilon. Epsilon means a very small number. Epsilon is a very small number, and its application will come in later on in whenever we divide something by something. Then you will understand what is this thing. So whenever I wrote epsilon, it assigned ANS equal to this 2.2204 into 10 raised to the power minus 6. For 10 raised to the power something, MATLAB writes E. For 10 raised to the power minus 16, it has written E minus 16. This thing. Are you seeing this? So for 10 raised to the power, MATLAB does it. So variable means it keeps changing. The value of ans was earlier different, now it is different. And whatever is the latest value of this will be reflected in the workspace. So ans has now equal to this 2.2204 e raised to power 16. This is the value of ans, and c is also a variable which was this. X is a variable which I had given, and that was 890 point this thing. So all the variables are shown in the workspace. Now you know the importance of workspace. That means what all variables are alive. you come to know immediately what all variables are alive, right? So this is so after decimal it allows 4 digits that you have seen.
Sir, can
Okay,
we
then.
take a 15-minute break?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Okay.
We will resume at 11:30 am sharply.
Right, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, can I ask one question?
Yeah, definitely.
Sir, here, sir, answer case, it is giving up to 10 to the power minus 16 digits, right? But here, previous case, it is 3.14 and 2 digit was not there, right? Sir, only 4 after decimal, it is like uh, only 4 digits.
Yes,
But
sir. After decimal, only 4 digits. Right.
here up to 16, it is coming. Huh?
Not 16, sir. This is. Let me tell you. Let me tell you here. Just a minute. Just a minute. Just a minute. See, this was 2.2204 into 10 raised to the power minus 16.
Okay.
Okay, so here also, after decimal, there are only 4 digits.
Okay, sir.
This is the thing.
Sure. That means in Montesa, right?
Yeah, this is the Mantissa sort of. Yeah, you can see.
Yeah,
Yes.
sure.
Exponent is minus 16 in fact.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your time.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah.
Sir, no sound.